We know them as Edge and Christian, but soon in AEW, we're going to know them as Edge versus Christian, because that looks like the route, the AEW. We know them as Edge and Christian, but it looks like going forward it's going to be Edge versus Christian, because that appears to be the road the Aew Dynamite are going down. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling for your Dynamite review for the 1st of November 2023. How the hell are we into November already? 10 months of the year have officially passed, and what a terrible year it has been for wrestling. I mean, barely anything good has come out of this year, and I'm not saying 2002, 2021, 2019, I'm not saying those were good years, but hell, 2023 has been the worst. Honestly, SmackDown has totally declined in 2023. It was good in 21, and for most of 22 or bits of 22, 23, SmackDown has completely dropped off. Raw is as shit as it always is. The only shining light for WWE in 2023 has been NXT, and we've probably seen the best version of NXT that maybe we've ever seen, I think, with this current crop. So, I mean, NXT's doing pretty well, but the main brands, no. The main brands absolutely suck. How many times have we seen Roman Reigns in 2023? Not that many times. I mean, probably less. How many shows has he appeared on? Definitely less than 23. He's appeared on less shows than the year that we're on, 23. I'd say he's probably been on less than like 15, to be fair. But anyway, that's not about WWE, it's about AEW. It's not been a good year for AEW either. They did debut their brand new show, Collision, but yeah, look how that turned out. That has tanked. No CM Punk, he is gone, and now NXT is beginning to beat Dynamite in the ratings. So yeah, just a bad year for AEW, a bad year for wrestling. But with that said, let's get into it. So Renee joins MJF in the back. He needs 3 partners for tonight, and he can't pick Adam Cole, baby. So who's MJF going to pick? He said he's got a whole list of the locker room. The only problem is most of the locker room doesn't like MJF. So can he get a partner? I guess we will see. Roderick Strong and the Kingdom showed up, but they're not really worth talking about, are they? So let's move on. Match number 1, AEW International Championship match. Orange Cassidy versus Claudio Castagnoli. Like, this guy, Orange Cassidy, had like a year run with the belt, and I hated it, but people enjoyed it, and that's fair play. He was a defending champion, he had a shitload of defences, but why have him lose the belt? Just have him win it straight back. Why not just continue on the original run, the initial run? Doesn't make any sense to me, but he's victorious again here tonight. Orange Cassidy defeats Claudio Castagnoli, and yeah, it's a big win for Orange. After the match, Jon Moxley came out, he beat down Orange Cassidy. We had some security have a feeble attempt at breaking things up. It didn't really work, and yeah, Cassidy got beat up, and Jon Moxley issued a challenge for the next pay-per-view. Moxley wants the belt back. We'll see if he can get it or not. Keep in mind, we also had Rey Fenix had this belt in between Moxley and Cassidy, and I mean, I just don't get it. Why the hell would you have Cassidy have this belt for like a year and try and build it up and try and make it feel like, you know, this is an important belt, and then just play hot potato with it in the space of like 6 weeks? Dumb. Very dumb. I know that Moxley got injured and stuff, but I mean, come on. I don't think they should have done that. Yeah, so Moxley attacks him. That's pretty much it. Match number 2, we have Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag Team Championship match. The Elite versus the Mogul Embassy. We have Swerve Strickland appear. He says that he was at Adam Page's house. Adam Page freaks out. He runs to the back. The Bucks are then left 3-on-2. The Mogul Embassy issue their rematch. I don't know how they can have a rematch when the Bucks' partner, their third man, isn't even there. But the referee makes it official. He confirms the match. And yeah, the Mogul Embassy defeat the Elite. Although it was only 2 members of the Elite, because the Young Bucks were in the ring getting their ass whooped, and Adam Page was too busy at the back. So, I mean, there you go. Not a lot to really show for this. We've got new Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag Team Champions. These 6-man belts don't really mean shit, but it is what it is. MJF still looking for some teammates. He's outside Samoa Joe's locker room. but he doesn't knock. And then he sees Darby Allin's door, and he gets a Sharpie, and he writes emo bitch on it, then walks away. So he doesn't want Joe, and he doesn't want MJF. And we see the Acclaimed, and the Acclaimed have got a sign saying, pick us MJF. So the Acclaimed want to be MJF's tag team partner. We then get Tony Schiavone, who welcomes Adam Copeland, aka Edge, and he wants to know if Copeland will team with Darby and Sting at Full Gear. Christian comes out with his Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne. This is beginning to remind me of a shit version of the Christian Coalition in TNA. Christian says that Edge better not be their partner. He says he knows Edge's history of neck problems and that he will end his career. He said he will snap Copeland's neck and that his little daughters will have to mouth feed him for the rest of his career. This pisses off Edge. So it's a 3-on-1 beatdown, but no, because Sting and Darby Allin run down. It turns into 3-on-3, and then Edge says he will be their tag team partner at the pay-per-view. It's like at Full Gear. I would just rather see Edge versus Christian. I mean, we've got I don't mind Luchasaurus and Sting to an extent, but I mean, we've got Nick Wayne and Darby Allin, who I do not give a shit about and never will. This is two small, slim, vanilla fucking midgets that shouldn't be in the same ring as Edge and Christian, and they're going nowhere. They're going as soon as Sting retires, Darby Allin will be fucked. He's not any more popular than he was 3 years ago. Who cares if he jumps off things, doesn't sell tickets? And Nick Wayne, the guy's going fucking nowhere with a name like that, or body, or personality, or look like that. Match number 3, it was Mark Menard and Angelo Parker. They took on Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho. Omega and Jericho win. Weird seeing those two team up, but they got the win. Don Callis came out. He compared Jericho and Omega to cockroaches, and then he issued them to a street fight in 2 weeks' time. I think it's going to be 3-on-3. Jericho says that Hobbs is a big man, but he's got someone who's even bigger because Hobbs is not a giant. Then Paul White comes out, hey, it's a big show. I'm 500 pounds, 7 foot tall. I am an angry giant. Yeah, we got all that shit. No one cares. Yeah, Paul White's back. Women's AEW World Championship, Hikaru Shida versus Willow Nightingale. I mean, another match I do not care for. Shida has got no character, no personality. I don't even think she can speak English. She's just a very bland champion. And then you got Willow Nightingale, who's also very bland, overweight, chubby, not very attractive. Again, no personality, no character, no nothing here. Two women that I don't care for. And I mean, this women's championship, it's terrible. I think Tony Khan has proven that he doesn't care about women's wrestling. We all know he doesn't. And I'm not saying he should. Women's wrestling sucks. But at least Tony Khan, that's the only thing I'll say about Tony Khan. Unlike WWE, where, you know, WWE will have to try and pretend that everyone's equal and we're all 50-50. Tony Khan lets us know where he values the women, and it's not at the same level of the men. So I kind of respect Tony Khan for being brave enough to do that and not being too woke to the extent where he's like, well, I'm going to have to put the women in some main events because I'm putting the men in main events. You know for a fact, AEW's Women's Championship is not main event in a pay-per-view. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But yeah, it's another match. Shida defeats Willow Nightingale. Then we got, after that, Renee was here with Roderick Strong in the Kingdom. Roddy tells Cole that MJF hasn't even asked him to be his partners, but Cole tells him to shut up before hanging the phone. So, I don't know, would Roderick Strong accept the tag team partner? Timeless Tony Storm came out as well during the match, after the match, with the women's match. And then Julia Hart came out. And then Sky Blue came out and looked at Willow Gale, and then she turned around and she spit mist in Julia's face, but I think she missed it because there wasn't any blue mist on her face. And I mean, it's just all a bunch of women that don't really matter. I mean, Sky Blue's got a great ass, but that's probably the best asset in the, no pun intended, in the AEW's entire women's division. MJF then is sitting back. The Acclaimed are here. Caster says to MJF, "Scissor me, daddy." MJF says no chance. And, MJF picked the Acclaimed. Who knows? We then got the Bullet Club Gold versus MJF. And yes, the Acclaimed. It turns out the Acclaimed do come out here. and MJF was in pink as well, so he was wearing the Acclaimed outfit gear, I guess. He was wearing the Acclaimed colours, and then in the end, the Bullet Club won. Guns hit the Blade Runner, or even Jay White hit the Blade Runner. I mean, who fucking cares, to be honest? It wasn't a great edition of Dynamite. It never is, but yeah, this one just didn't really do it for me. I guess Christian and Edge was not bad, but overall the matches sucked. I'll give it a 2 out of 10. I mean, it was alright, but it wasn't great. 2 out of 10, guys. That's it. Catch you in the next one. Till then, been Fog Wrestling. Thanks for watching, and yeah, Tony Khan and his fucking important announcement turned out to be a joke. Another failure. Another hyped up nothing for the con man. Till next time, peace.